Hi guys, welcome you all to my channel Explore Edu to Teach. So the next topic that we'll be learning today is Thevenin's theorem. So Thevenin's theorem is another important concept in network analysis. Like we learned superposition theorem in the last class. So if you haven't watched that video, please go and watch it out in the network playlist on my channel. Like that theorem, we have another theorem called as Thevenin's theorem. Again, as I mentioned you in the last video, they are all theorems in order to find out different parameters of a circuit. But it's very important to learn each theorem very well because of two reasons. First reason being, in case of your university exam, they might ask you to solve a particular question by a specific theorem itself. Hence, if you know superposition theorem, but if you don't know Thevenin's theorem, so it can be an issue for you if the question is asked to be solved by Thevenin's theorem. Hence, it's very important to know every theorem very well because you don't know in case of a university exam wherein the question has to be solved in a descriptive manner, you will have to solve by a particular method only. And hence, knowing each and every theorem, it's very important. And secondly, in case of competitive exam, they will definitely not ask you to solve by a particular way, especially in an objective based exam. But then knowing each and every theorem well is very important because a particular theorem will be best suited for that particular question. You can solve that question very fast by a particular method only. Because in some questions, superposition theorem can be a too long method. In some questions, Thevenin theorem can be a longer method. Whereas in some questions, some other theorem can be a longer method. So in case of your competitive exam, wherein time really matters, if you know each and every theorem very well, the way to solve it, you can apply the best theorem suited for that question and solve out the question in a shorter period of time with the correct answer. So I hope I am very clear to you. So today, as I mentioned, we'll be learning about Thevenin's theorem. So let's dive into. So let's read first of all the theory, or what does the Thevenin theorem state. So Thevenin theorem states that any two terminal of a linear bilateral network can be replaced by an equivalent voltage source and an equivalent series resistance. So let's understand each and every term very well. It states that any two terminals of a linear bilateral network, as I told you in the last class also, it has to be a linear bilateral network. What do you mean by linear? That is, the particular element in the circuit should satisfy the linearity property. That means it should have linear VI characteristic and it should be passing through the origin. I have thought about this particular linear term in my first class, Introduction to Networks. If you haven't watched that video, please go and watch it out. You will get a better understanding about it. And bilateral network. Bilateral means that through a particular element, the current should be able to pass through both the sides. Okay. So in that case, it's a bilateral network. So if I talk about resistor, capacitors, they are all bilateral elements. But if I talk about a diode, the current cannot pass in both the directions. So in that case, I cannot apply Thevenin's theorem if there is a circuit which consists of diode. And hence, I hope you are understanding what I am saying. Thevenin's theorem can be applied to a linear bilateral network only. That means it should satisfy the linearity property as well as the bilateral property. So whenever a question is given to you, first see whether all the elements are satisfying these two properties. If it is satisfying, then go forward for applying the Thevenin's theorem. So it says I can replace the two terminals of a linear bilateral network with a voltage source and a series resistance. So if you look over here, I have the two terminals A and B. So I can replace this with a voltage source, that is VTH, and a series equivalent resistance, that is RTH. How we will do it, you'll better understand in form of a numerical, which we'll be solving further, but try to understand the theory. So what does the theory state? For any particular circuit which is having linear bilateral elements, I can replace the two terminals having a load resistance with a equivalent voltage source and a series equivalent resistance. Now the voltage source is the voltage across the two terminals with the load removed. So whenever I talk about a voltage source, so the voltage source is basically the voltage across the two terminals with the load resistance being removed, and the series resistance is the resistance of the network measured between the two terminals A and B. with the load removed. So the load is going to be removed and the resistance across the two terminals is my series equivalent resistance. So the constant voltage source is replaced by a internal resistance or with a zero resistance, and a constant current source is been replaced by infinite resistance or by a open circuit. So what do you understand by this is that if I have a particular network and it satisfies the linear bilateral property, then I can apply Thevenin's theorem in a way that my load resistance terminal is going to be replaced with the help of a voltage source, that is the Thevenin's voltage source, and a series equivalent resistance, that is the Thevenin equivalent resistance. And when you're finding out the Thevenin equivalent resistance, you need to replace the constant voltage source with a short circuit and the constant current source with an open circuit. So that is the theoretical explanation for Thevenin's theorem. I'm sure you might have not understood it very clearly, or you might be having some ambiguity in it because we have just understood it theoretically. But now when we take up a numerical on this, you will have a better understanding about the concept. So we'll try to map the theory that we have learned now onto a numerical step by step so that you understand it. Later my suggestion will be, please try to solve more number of numericals so that you have a better idea about it. Okay, so let us take a numerical now. So in this particular question which we have over here, we have to find out the current through the 5 ohm resistor. I hope I'm very clear to you. So when you have to find out the current through a 5 ohm resistor, they ask you to do it with the help of a Thevenin's theorem. So let us map the theory that we learned onto this particular numerical. So when you have to solve a particular question by Thevenin's theorem, make it a point that first see the circuit satisfy the bilateral and the linearity property or not. That is, all the particular network elements should be linear and it should be able to take the current flow in both the directions. So my resistors or my voltage source, both of them follow the linear and the bilateral property. Hence, I can apply the Thevenin's theorem. Now coming to step 1, calculation of my Thevenin's voltage, that is my VTH. So how do we do it? We keep the load resistance open and we find out the voltage across this open terminal AB. So there are various methods to solve it. I have taken lectures on mesh analysis, nodal analysis. If you haven't watched them, please go and watch it out. It's there in my network playlist. There are various methods. So we are going to apply mesh analysis method to find out the voltage across AB. So I've applied the current in clockwise direction in my loop 1 and in my clockwise direction in my loop 2 or my mesh 2. So applying KVL to mesh 1. So in the mesh 1, we are going to go in clockwise direction and apply KVL. So since we are in clockwise direction, we'll have plus 10 volt. Since we are moving out of a positive terminal of a voltage source, then minus of 6 into I1, because my current source direction and my moving direction is in the same direction. Then minus of 1 into I1 minus I2 is equal to 0. Okay. Then we are applying KVL to mesh 2. Minus of 1 into I2 minus I1. That is minus of 1 into I2 minus I1. Why I2 minus I1? I2 is given the higher priority since I am in mesh 2 and through my 1 ohm resistor, I2 and I1 both are flowing. I have given a detailed explanation about this convention in my introduction to network video and mesh analysis video. Please go and watch it out if you have any doubts. Then you have minus of 2 into I2 because this is a direction. Then we have minus of 3 into I2. So you will get this equation also. So you have equation 1, you have equation 2. Solve both the equation, you will get I1 and I2. Now I have to find out my VAB or my VTH. So finding out VAB, what you have to do is that apply KVL in this outer loop. So we have VA, if you see, then minus of 3 into I2 because only I2 current is flowing through 3 ohm resistor. There is no current in this open loop. and minus of 3 into I2 because my current direction and my moving direction is the same. Minus of 20 minus VB is equal to 0. So you have to find out the value. VA minus VB is equal to 3I2 plus 20. Put the value of I2 and you get your VAB value as 20.72 volts. I hope I am very clear with this. Okay. Then finding out RTH. In case of your RTH, keep the load resistance again open, and as I told you, short the voltage source, and had there been a current source, you would have kept it open. So we have short this voltage source, we have kept the load resistance open, and we are finding out the resistance across this AB. It is simple series parallel rule. Still I have solved it completely. 6 parallel with 1, you will get 0.857. Then it is parallel with 2, you will get 2.857, which is again parallel with 3, and my RTH value is 1.463 ohm. Hence my equivalent Thevenin is VTH. What is my equivalent Thevenin? This particular circuit, where my VTH value is there. My VTH is 20.72 volts and my RTH is 1.463 ohms. That is my equivalent Thevenin circuit. And then you have to replace this 20.72 volts, 1.463 ohms, which is my RTH, and my load resistance of 5 ohms over here, which I had kept open. Then simply find out the current through this by taking a simple V by R rule. 20.72 volts upon 1.463 plus 5 is equal to 3.21 ampere downward. I hope I am very clear to you. This particular technique of solving and getting the current might be a little confusing for you if you don't know to solve the particular question by mesh nodal analysis. If you don't know, please go and watch out my previous video. I've explained those techniques in detail. Then you can easily find out the particular values. Hence, giving a short summary again, Thevenin's theorem deals with the concept that the particular theorem should satisfy, the particular network should satisfy the linearity and the bilateral property. My resistance will be kept open and it will be replaced with the Thevenin's voltage source and the Thevenin's resistance. And the Thevenin resistance, to find out, you have to keep the voltage source shorted and the current source open. So solving and applying it onto a numerical, the numerical is given to you. Finding out the Thevenin voltage value, that is the voltage across AB, in which you have to find out VAB. There are different methods to solve it. It's a normal applying mesh analysis, nodal analysis. Just apply that particular thing and get the value of your VAB. Next, finding out RTH, that is across AB. When I told you finding out RTH, you have to keep the voltage source shorted and the current source open. Hence, my voltage source is short over here. There is no current source, hence nothing to keep open. Find out RTH, again simple series parallel rule. I've solved the complete question step by step, so you can go through it. And then you have VTH, RTH and RL over here. Find out the IL. Simple. So it's a normal question. Please go through the entire video. If you like the video, please do not forget to like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Instagram. There are many people who are viewing my channel, but I'm not getting subscriptions. So please make it a point that you share it to many people. Subscribe to my YouTube channel so that I also get encouragement to upload many more videos in the future. There will be many more videos which will be coming up. So please do even hit the bell icon by subscribing to my channel so that you get notified every time a new video is going live. So I hope you understood the concept. If you have not understood the different methodology like mesh analysis, nodal analysis, please go through my previous video. You will get a better understanding about it. Okay, so thank you so much. God bless you.